So 2 is the time right now. This morning on Capitol Hill, there's a focus on funding cuts to programs aimed at preventing violence. Now, people from all over are expected to gather and call for more than $100 million to be restored. Jacqueline Quinn live on the Hill this morning, where a rally is set to get underway in just a few hours. Jacqueline, good morning to you. We're talking about anti-violence programs that operate here in the D.C. region.
Good morning to you, Wisdom. And the research and the data shows in some areas that the crime has been reduced by double digits. Here in D.C., we know we have violence interrupters, and some of those people may be faced with losing their jobs.
We also want to make sure that community violence intervention and interruption is seen as a pathway forward to community safety and is also addressed as a public health issue.
Groups like Cities United and Community Justice are at the forefront of this fight. Marcus Ellis was just 14 when his older brother was shot and killed in Southeast D.C.
In Ward 8 in Washington, D.C. several years ago. And, at some point in time in my career, I wanted to turn that anger into action and help other families not have to deal with what we had to deal with as a family.
He says defunding these programs is a dangerous step back for communities struggling with violence.
We always have a conversation around it's hard to measure the homicide that didn't happen. And unfortunately, if we remove CVI workers from our streets, we'll find that out fairly quickly.
They're calling on lawmakers to restore these funds.
We've seen an average of about 60% reduction of crime and violence in major cities across the United States. And with this funding cut, we're going to see violence go up, unfortunately.
Now, these leaders I spoke with are going to be joined by survivors, advocates, and Congress members today around 2 here near the Capitol Hill, the steps of the Capitol, to advocate that this funding is not lost, or at least funded partially. We're going to be here to bring you the very latest. For now, I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Jacqueline Quinn, thank you very much for the update. And in light of this, Councilmember Brooke Pinto released a statement saying Congress must act now to fix this egregious error. Going on to say, my Peace DC plan includes increased funding for our public safety workforce and improved coordination and efficiency for our violence interruption programs. Allison.